Hello everyone. So, in today's session of Thoughtful Leaders, we have with us Dr. AJ Thakur, Director of Sanjivani College of Engineering. Thank you, sir, for sharing your availability for the interview session on College Dunia platform. So,
Good morning.
Sir, with your permission, shall we start with the questions?
Yeah.
So my first question is, being the director of Sanjivani College of Engineering, kindly tell us about your experience in the education industry and what makes the best industry to work in.
So, on this 26th of this year, I am completing my 32 years experience in this industry. And as everyone is aware that lot of changes happen in last 35 years. And if you see now, earlier it was just like some social type of the, we can say, industry, but now it is just as professional as that of the industry, because challenges we are getting on day-to-day basis. Technology is changing very fast, and really when we are working with all these challenges, it's really pleasure. And particularly the pandemic has given lot of opportunity to enhance our technical aspect, and really a lot of things we are able to learn out of these things. So really it is exciting to work in this teaching industry. Yes, I am enjoying my work.
Yeah, moving on to the next question. Sir, any significant challenges you have faced as the director of the college?
Yes, definitely when I took the charge as a director. So first problem is that, as we are aware that nowadays engaging the student is one of the very difficult tasks, particularly in the classroom. So I started with some activities and that has really helped us. For example, I instructed all my colleague teachers that at the end of session, ask 5 small quiz type of questions, or engage with some activities like think, pair, share, or maybe you show some video and share and ask them to give some elaboration of that video. So really that has made the students engage in the class. Otherwise, as you know that in the online education or even in the offline, many students are out of the actually tag, and at the end of the day, I don't know how much they are ready to accept. But because of that now, because as all these activities are conducted on each and every session of my college, so students have to remain active. Otherwise, then they come to know that they didn't understood anything out of that session. That is the one thing. Naturally, the pandemic was another challenge which happened with each and every director. But I am very happy that we have designed our own LMS system, and through that we have made the teaching learning more acceptable to the students. Not only the teaching learning, but all our tests, assignments, tutorials, everything we have done through this. So this is the another challenge. And third thing I am very was how to go with the placement, and that was the another challenge, but that also we have taken very nicely. And because of that, placement of this year are very nice as far as our institute is concerned. So these are the main challenges what I have faced after taking the charge of the director.
Rightly said, sir. The engaging students in the curriculum is definitely always being a challenge for every one of us. So moving on to the next question, how do you tend to establish a relation with the students being a director? How do you make yourself available to them?
So let me interact with you is that there is some difference between the discipline and the worry of the student to meet the authorities. I have made my room very comfortable to the students. If there are any other issues, yes, they can discuss. That is the one way to interact with the student. I am open at all the time, even though when I am moving, if anyone is coming with some issue, I am always open to discuss with them. Another thing is that just I have made one as my practice that in the morning, particularly on the Facebook or any such social media, if there are any birthdays of my alumni or maybe the current students, I am always wishing them. That really make them very happy, and we are getting very connected. Even on my personal phone call also, I have at least 2,000 our students name entered.
Sir, how do you tend to establish a relation with the students being a director, and how do you make yourself available to them?
So first thing is that as far as students are concerned, I am always open to them, even in my office or whenever we are moving around. I never get any hesitation in interacting with the student. And because of that, many students are coming to me with their problem. Another engagement program by my side is that daily morning, I am always connecting them through wishing them their birthday through the Facebook or whatever the social media, Instagram or any other thing. And third thing is that I have a list of many alumni where always I am sending them messages, maybe related to anything, maybe their personal, any events happening in their life. So through all these things we are engaging. And another thing is that in our Sanjivani, we are having 3 important flagship program. The first thing is that Sanjivani My Story Board, where we are calling the eminent person from the industry to get connect with them. Second, managerial level people, we are calling for another flagship program, that is Sanjivani I Connect, where a technical aspect of the industry we are discussing with the student. And third flagship program is the My Story Board, which is very well acknowledged by all our alumni and students. We are calling our alumni and we are telling them to share their experience, that what challenges they have faced in the industry and how to make the students ready to be absorbed by the industry. So like this, by all this means, I am always trying to make myself available to my students, maybe alumni as well as the student. Another thing is that whenever any student are coming with some help from the student section, so I am always taking care that they should get the reply within as early as possible. So their queries, or we can say if they want any certificates, that's to be received by them as early as possible. So that care I am taking as a part of my policy.
Okay. Sir, tell us about your effort behind establishing such a successful college and how do you plan to take it to a greater heights?
So, for information that we are belonging to the Savitribai Phule Pune University, but then also when we accredited by the NBA and the NAC, so along with the management and our governing body, we have taken decision to go for the autonomy, because we know that as per the new education policy, we have to either today or tomorrow, we have to make ourselves autonomous. So we have taken that challenge. And I'm very happy that that has really giving a very good result in terms of the teaching, learning, assessment, and all other aspects. And definitely our future goals are, so far we are having one regret that still we are not in the NRF ranking. So our planning is that we should get into that. And also we are working on our international connect, so that in the future we want many students from Sanjivani should go to the few students, like last year around 10 students, they have done the international internship also. So we are trying to work on that direction, so that in future we want, first thing is that as already we are having 100% admission, but we want more quality student to be admitted. And second thing, we want that as possible as 100% placement of all the eligible and the non-eligible students. So that are our thought process as far as the institute is concerned.
That's a great initiative, sir, and I wish you could achieve the same. So moving on to the next question, how do you create a student-centric environment in your college?
Okay, so as already I told you, the first thing is that we have to change ourselves from the teacher-centric to the student-centric. So the autonomy has helped us in getting this target very nicely, our objective. So in our curriculum, we are having a provision. Otherwise, when we are in the Pune University, there were only the end semester and the mid-sem exam. But now we are having a continuous internal assessment. And first thing is that, as already I told you, that in day-to-day class, the course outcome we are measuring in terms of the number of small activities, like asking 5 questions. Maybe if there is one concept that is called as the think, pair, share, or maybe some concepts like, for example, muddiest point or the clearest point, or showing them video and telling them to give 5 questions, etc. So because of that, the student engagement has increased. The another thing is that as a part of CIA, we are giving them various opportunity where they are doing the presentations, and because of that, their outcomes are being measured, and also there are all other skills expected by NBA. Like in NBA, there are 2 types of the skills. One is the program specific and one is the domain specific and non-domain. So non-domain skills like we can say communication skill, lifelong learning, all these are increased through their continuous engagement to the challenging assignments, tutorials, mini project, and all these concepts. So we have totally changed ourselves from the earlier concept of teacher-centric to the student-centric. And that has really helped us in engaging the students on day-to-day basis. Otherwise, earlier, as you are aware, that they are appearing only in the final exam and then they are passing. But that doesn't give the skill set or the competencies required for that. That is the way we are moving in that particular direction, sir.
Okay. Sir, how do you integrate value-based education with your curriculum?
Okay. So first thing is that value ethics, these are the things to be practiced. These are to be practiced by each and every stakeholder, including the staff member and the students. So of course, as a part of the curriculum, we are having some subject like universal human values, which is initiated by the AICT. We have given the training to all the faculty so that to inculcate all these things in the students. Then we are ensuring that all the activities in our present setup, that is outcome-based education, the students should submit the assignments on their own, and we are creating the assignment in a such a way that they cannot copy it. We are defining the problem so that we are thought process to be increased. So that definitely has helping us in getting the we can say value or we can say call as ethics in their day-to-day practice. Even we are having some skill-based credit courses like IPR, EDP placement. So for example, we are ensuring that they should do on their own. For example, as far as the EDP and the IPR, the outcome we have decided that let them should file one patent and should prepare small DPR for the industry. So the DPR or the patent they cannot copy, they have to make their own. So through all these activities, not one, we are ensuring that the value-based education should be inculcated in staff as well as in the student.
Okay. Sir, according to you, what would be a ideal college environment and how do you encourage that of a kind of culture in your college?
Okay. So as already I told you, there should be first thing is that we have to change ourselves from the teacher-centric approach to the student-centric approach. And that is possible only and only when we are giving the students challenges and the opportunity to learn. That is the one aspect. And because of that, now we are working rigorously on the outcome-based education, where all the rubrics are made for each and everything. There should be a transparent system so that students should know that if I have submitted the late, then I have missed some of the marks. So that is the way we are working, so that we are ensuring that our overall students should feel that there is a justice with each and every their activity. Those who are doing excellent work, they are being appreciated, and those who are not matching their speed, then definitely they have to put the more efforts. Then we are having a very flexible atmosphere. Even for the student also, we are having a choice-based type of the, not 100% choice-based, but lot of electives are there. Then we are having a honor courses wherein we are giving them opportunity. For example, as you are aware that there are the various technologies like machine learning, then cyber security, then electric vehicle, smart grid. So all these honor courses we have started for the learners, which we are calling as the fast learners, so that when they are passing along with their basic degree, they should be able to make them with all these things. And definitely we are having a very large base of our alumni. Through that, we are always connecting through them through the various programs. As already I told you, some of the flagship program in every week, every month, every department has to call minimum 2 alumni for the interaction with the students, so that all these things is really trying to only the problem what we have faced in the last 2 years, as you are aware that because of the pandemic, the students are not in the campus, but I am waiting for them to come to the campus so that we can ensure that such a type of the atmosphere should be created where everything should be transparent. Students should know that if I got the 10 marks, out of 10, 6 marks, then where 4 marks I have missed. So all these rubrics, everything we have designed, we are working on that. And once the student will come, we have already started implementing, but I want their personal interaction and personal engagement in each and every activity, so that I want the Sanjivani not at the state level or national level. I want the Sanjivani to be one of the institute recognized maybe at the international level. So that is my thought process.
Sure, sir. Sir, moving on to the most important question of the day. How do you look at the growth of students through the placement opportunities available at the college? And how do you wish to push the envelope further?
Okay. So as far as the placement is there, placement is the outcome of so many activities, and that of the outcome-based education, our teaching, learning, and other things. There are so many initiatives we have taken in that direction. For example, I have entrepreneurship related some courses, or maybe the employability related courses we have made as a part of curriculum, so that when the students are getting their education, that time itself, they should make themselves ready for all these activities. I am having a very dedicated team of the placement officers, where around 11 dedicated faculties we have appointed. They are helping them to improve their aptitude. Other training we are continuously arranging. We are having a lot of tie-ups with like SAP, Coursera, then we can say Oracle, Red Hat, etc. Where through all these things, we are ensuring that the skill of the students will be increased. Also, like mechanical and other branches, we are having some STAT Pro, CAD-CAM like this training we are continuously organizing. So both the aspect, one is the training and one is the placement, we are taking care of that. And the net result of that, as you can see that in the last year, almost we were able to do the placement of around 480 students out of 450 students, out of 550 students eligible. Also, as a part of curriculum, we are having the internship, 6 credit internship, where at least 4 internship, 4 hour credit or 4 credit, they have to do the industry, and 2 they can do at any other place, even in the institute also. For example, recently 10 students of mechanical, what they have done recently, we have purchased the rapid prototyping machine, and they have done their internship on that, and now they are so convergent with the technology that they can produce any part. So like this, lot of initiatives we are taking in the direction of the we can say placement and all other things. Let me know that even we are having a German and the Japanese trainer appointed by the college. Through that, along with our regular we can say training and placement activities, we are giving them the language orientation also, so that when they are going for the placement, they can get the opportunity in these countries. So these are number of initiatives we have taken in that direction.
Sure, sir. Sir, moving on to the second last questions, what goals do you have in your mind for your institute for the next few years? As
we know that for many academic institutes, there are many challenges. One is the admission. As you know that many of the private colleges are getting the scarcity of the students, and they are running towards the student. But I am lucky that because of all these initiatives, each and every branch are 100% admitted. So that is, of course, a challenge in the future, but we are taking care of all these things. The second aspect is that now, if you see the students, they don't want a conventional teaching learning. That is what my experience. For example, because all these materials are available in the YouTube or any other platform. So because of that, we have created the type of our teaching learning system where we are forcing the student for the self-learning. For example, suppose there are some subjects wherein what we have done is that advancement in that area, let them prepare the PPT on some of the research paper and present on that. So all these initiatives are definitely helping the institute to grow in the future. And I am 100% confident that once the outcome of all these things will be measured after 3-4 years, you will observe that Sanjivani will be altogether a different institute what it is today. Okay. So moving on to the last question of the day. Being a director of Sanjivani College of Engineering, what suggestion would you like to give to the current youth and the aspiring students? You see, there are few things which always we have to inform our students, or always we have to convince them. The first thing is that they have to go out of this mentality that I have to work in a protected atmosphere. That is many a time that is the challenge for the many youth. They come with the request that, sir, I want this batch, that batch. So I am always telling them that once you pass out, you have to work with the international community where even you don't know sometimes who are your group mates. So first of all, make comfortable yourself to work with anyone, and that is nothing but what we can call as the teamwork. That is the first thing we have to ensure. Second, the students are mainly engaged with the mobiles and social media and all these things. So engage them in such a way that give them assignments, tutorial, and all other things, so that they are engaged in active learning system rather than getting themselves engaged into the mobile and all other thing. And definitely we have to see that students should not get diverted towards some evil habits, like some addictions, like for example drinking and other things. So these are also the challenges, and we are continuously engaging them to see that they should be a good person, good engineer, not only the technically but social point of view. So a lot of social activities also we are conducting in that direction, so that let them aware what are the problems of the people, and at least you are lucky that at least you are getting the good education in the engineering college. Like there is a one Unnat Bharat Yojana and NSS. So these are the platform wherein I am using them to get in connect with the local people, understand their problems, and see that a very ethical engineer with the good sound knowledge of the technology should be the part of this, because ultimately that is the aim of our Dr. Sri Shankaraji Kolle Saheb, our chairman sir, who himself has created lot of infrastructure in this area through his social obligations, and we are working towards the socio-economic upliftment of this area. And I'm very happy that the very small place like Kopargaon, which is very near to Shirdi, many of our students are working in the various countries like America. That is happening only because of the vision and the mission of the management of this institute. And always we are working in that particular direction, so that the local masses should get the good quality education, and they should be able to face the any global challenges. And we have got success in that particular direction.
Thank you, sir. That's all for today. Thank you for sharing your availability for the interview session. That was a great session, and I hope the students who will be viewing this video after some time can get a great ample amount of information about the college. Thank you for having with us, sir.
Okay, thank you, Manish.